So we're going to do a recap for Monday, May 11th, 2020. Today, I only had two stocks I was watching in the morning. APOP was one of them, and then the other one was MRAM. But MRAM ended up not playing out how I was essentially wanting it to, so I avoided it. There was also AMC today. I had some news that apparently Amazon was looking to buy them out. You know, company about to go bankrupt. Yeah, right. So essentially, Amazon, I think right here, came out and said that that was the case, and you could see, essentially down from there. So let's go over my thoughts on APOP. So in the morning, early in the morning, not really much volume, not really much doing anything. And 7 o'clock hit, and it got a perk, and basically just was very controlled on its way up. Never really got overextended too much. Started peaking out. I had kind of thought it was going to go higher than this, but it started peaking out, and this is where the ultimate stuff was. I didn't trade any pre-market. I would have liked to see more fluid action on the backside rather than this, just very controlled backside move. After this lower high bounce was set, my risk was set around 550. So in the morning, stock opened up. You had a chat room come in, buy it, and basically got stuffed. And then from there, it was essentially just short pops. So that was the game plan. I also didn't want to overstay because the pre-market volume was 4.5 million, and just in turn causes crowdedness, and there's a lot of shorts that are in the stock. It doesn't fade as easily, fade as nicely as you can see. I mean, it came down, held 430, came all the way back up, made new high, and then just failed from there. But it wasn't an easy fail or an easy trader for for whatever reason. Here's the last time it ran, comparing it, right? So the last time it ran was, it ran here, didn't gap here really. The last bigger gap was July 7th or January 7th. And this is the daily, or this is the intraday chart for that. So as you can see, basically same uptrend pre-market, but when it failed, it failed. So instead of having the slow grind down to VWAP and bounce, it basically went down in a couple, like 10 minutes or so, and then bounced. And the candles were big rather than these tight range, just chop stuff. So comparing that with that, you have to keep that in mind, that there's something else going on with it. So my trades on it were so I got in on a bounce. It dropped down. I figured I'd wait for another bounce after that first bounce confirmed, or first fail confirmed. I wanted to enter in, some up here, but for whatever reason, the route I was using wasn't working, and I didn't know at the time it was the route until it failed. And then I was, figured out, oh, it's the route, so I just switched the route to, just some ordinary limit or something like that, as opposed to route into ARCA. Basically, took some off here. at this support line, and then the next support line was 430, but I figured 450 was going to be a decent support just based on how it was trading. So I felt I'd just take the money and not have to deal with any of this. So I would have been pissed off if I would have not taken any off, been stuck in this. Similar situation happened Thursday or Wednesday. It was on TTPH. Basically, it was a gapper, and then all of a sudden it just shot to the moon, halted, opened, shot to the moon, went to $3, like hit 330 or something like that, and then failed all the way down to 220. And it shouldn't have came back, and all of a sudden it just starts grinding higher, and it makes a new high to 350 and then fails from there. So yeah, similar situation here, where after this stuff shouldn't have came back, and then after this stuff it definitely shouldn't have came back, but it held 430. And as you can see, it just held 430 the whole day. Even after this big ass slam, it still bounced off 430 until it broke below it. So that's just the summer action we're in currently. Let's see if I can fix that. Yeah. So summer action's upon us. Just be smart. I'm not gonna say take the gains because there is some good faders. It's just be conscious of the support levels and see if what's supporting, and if they're propping it and not letting it bounce, or not letting it break through. And if that's the case, you can always add. After you take some off, you can always add higher. You can always add on a bounce. But you can't ever take these gains back if it bounces without you. Whatever. That's my trades today, and catch you on the next one.